Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about This Land Is My Land. Apparently, there's some issues going on with the team because they're getting harassed by SJWs and supposedly Native Americans saying that how racist they're being and this game needs to be canceled. It doesn't need to exist or whatever. It's offensive to Native Americans, and I'm just looking at these fools like, are you guys smoking the crack? Because again, whatever you smoking, let me get some of that. Because you guys are talking real stupid. How are they being racist when the game main character is Native American? People always complain about we don't get enough diversity in media or whatever. And then when there's a game that's literally focusing on Native American people, or I mean, like we're literally getting a game that's focused on Native American people, and yet people are getting offended because there was no Native American people working on the game. How is that racist, you dumbasses? Like, you guys don't understand how any of this works. You don't understand how game development works or how development of characters and stuff like that work. This is a small studio with what I think they said about 4 to 5 people working on it in what Slovakia. God, I know I probably butchered the darn country's name, Lord. Czechoslovakia. I'm sorry. The darn country ain't all that got that much money like that. So for these developers to make up, I seen the game. It's very impressive for literally what it is or whatever stuff like that. We're getting this cool game where we get Native Americans get to be superheroes almost, like taking out people like. But the game is racist because it didn't have any Native American consulted. I'm sorry, they're in another country. What do you want them to do? Try to phone somebody? Where they gonna find a Native American that's gonna be able, that they can be able to consult with, that they're gonna be able to pay for, because they can't pay the person. So they probably did research like normal people. There are documentaries, there are books that you can read that teaches you about these cultures. So when you make designs, when you make characters, you're trying to stay true to what's in the books, what you learn from the documentaries and stuff like that. They probably did intensively back research of history to make sure that they honored these characters. And to be honest, I think they did well. I think they did well. And to try to cancel that, because of what, somebody's fee-fees? You mean the same people that ain't gonna buy the game, that's not gonna support it? The fake outrage, like, we at some point we gotta stop. These developers are trying their hardest. 4 people, a 4 or 5 man team, able to do all of that. Do you not see how much work they were able to accomplish? Able to accomplish with a 5 man team, and yet we got full teams for these AAA games, and they can barely do that correct. And then my thing is, you guys were so outraged, but you wasn't outraged when they did Rock and Knockin', aka Connor Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3. Nobody was up in arms about that. And on top of that, you wasn't up in arms about that when the next game dropped his ass and went with his grandfather. You wasn't talking about that. You're not demanding Assassin's Creed to bring back Connor, who is the only Native Americans that starred in a major video game. Where's the outrage for that? You really want to be outraged about something? Tell Ubisoft, hey, we didn't like your treatment of Connor in Assassin's Creed 3. You need to rectify that, and you need to give us another Assassin's Creed. Give us Assassin's Creed 5 where we focus on Connor Kenway. But you ain't gonna do that though. Y'all ain't gonna do that. But you gonna get mad at an indie publisher who's literally trying their best to make sure that they stick true to the culture and realism of Native Americans, that want to make this amazing, beautiful game for us to play. And you guys are upset because of trivial things. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. You guys always talking about you want diversity, and when somebody finally get diversity, you want to attack the people because what you see behind the scenes ain't up to snuff with what you want. Please tell me, how is this game harming the Native American people? If anything, it seems like it's respecting and honoring them, showing what they did in their everyday cultures and lives and how they would be one with the land and stuff like that, and how they do fight and defend their land. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that, and it's not really exploiting them. I feel like it's a game where we can find it. We get to play as a Native American, because let's be honest, what other time are we really going to be able to play as Native Americans, as heroic characters in anything? Because there's not that many Native American characters anyway out in the media. Like, I just don't understand why there are these people that attack when there is actual true push for diversity, when somebody is really trying their hardest to really be as natural as they can about diversity and progressivism. Here come those same weirdos that say that they wants to cancel everything, want them to kill themselves, want them to cancel the game. They racist, they're Trump supporters, they're Nazis. Where are we getting this from? How is this helping? All this is going to do is, if these people fold and shove the game, guess what? Nobody else is going to pick it up. That's an IP that somebody's going to have to try to buy from them. But guess what? Ain't nobody going to buy from them, because ain't nobody going to work with it, because they don't care. That's what I'm saying. Damn, you guys always want to talk about this diversity thing, and when somebody's really trying to do true diversity, here y'all go trying to hammer down I'm offended for Native Americans, even though I'm not Native American. What? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense, because to be honest, the game's looking spectacular. I mean, I've never seen a game look this good for a 4-man team. Most of us couldn't even do that. But yet, we gotta go on Twitter and try to bash the developers. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here. Take your nonsense somewhere else. Please stop listening to Twitter. Please stop listening to these folks on social media that just have stupid stan accounts, or created an account with 0 followers, 0 pictures, no picture on that little icon, but then they know so much. They know so much. Yeah, I think not. All I know is, leave people alone. Leave these developers alone. Let them make this amazing game. Let us play this game. And like I said, if you really got issues with Native Americans not being in a game or anything or whatever, talk to Ubisoft. Since Ubisoft has one of the only Native Americans in the game that you can play as, and yet you only been able to play as him since Assassin's Creed 3, and you haven't been able to touch him since. So who really need to be outraged at this point? I'm just saying, but those are my opinions. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.